Hello everyone and welcome back to ScaleCustomz. My name is Thomas, and in this video I'm going to give you guys an update on what I've been working on since my last video. Um, I think my last video, because I have multiple YouTube channels for multiple things and I forget sometimes what I've uploaded and what I haven't. I think the last video on this channel was me showing you guys the materials for my diorama, or was it my, I think I showed you guys my Dodge Challenger. I think that's what it was, the Dodge Challenger. But anyways, if you saw the other video where I showed the materials I was getting for my diorama, um, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But anyways, as far as I've gotten with my diorama, some of it's out in the garage, and that's because I spray painted it and it didn't come out very well. So I'm hoping instead of using spray paint, I'm just gonna have to get like sheets of something to use as the wall instead of painting it a certain color, because it just didn't come out right. Luckily I have extra foam board if I need to completely restart it, but there's one thing I won't have to restart, and that's this floor right here. And there's a bunch of crap because I've been working on, models on this piece of wood, so I have parts and things everywhere. But if you look right here, this checkered floor, this is basically where the diorama part of it was sitting, and this was going to be like the shop. So if you look to this edge here, and then you got this edge here, and then back there, and then up here, that basically the checkered floor was the garage. That's pretty simple. So yeah, that's basically as far as I made it. Is I got the floor down, I put the 4 walls up, I had the inside sprayed kind of like a red, and it had some silver in it at the same time. It was really good looking. And then the outside, I forgot what I was painting it. But anyways, like I say, it didn't come out good. The spray paint, once it started getting low, it started shooting out globs, and it just got really messy. So I ended up, after painting each piece, I put it together to see how it looked being together with the bay doors cut open. And then I left it out in the garage because the smell of spray paint in here it was getting pretty bad. It already smells bad enough when you're using glue and tester's paint. It starts to get pretty. You start to get pretty high. Yeah. But anyways, 2 of the kits that I've been working on, since I've mentioned this in the past, I have just started building these model cars again. It's been a few years since I, was really into it, and I started messing with them one day, and I decided to get back into them. And so instead of going out and buying brand new kits right away, I decided to finish some of the ones that I have. I know I won't be able to finish all the ones I have had that weren't finished, but this one right here, if you can see it, this truck, and the Yenko Camaro behind me, I'll show you these 2 in a second. These 2 are really close to being finished, so since I was getting back into it, I was like, I'm going to go ahead and finish these 2 and possibly some other ones, and then I'll start on a new kit. And I have bought 2 new kits just today, and I'll show you guys those in the next video, because I don't know how long this one will be, and then me throwing that in there too might make it way too long. So this will just be an update video, and the next video will be like a kit review type thing, I guess. I don't know. I'll just be showing you. I'll just call it a kit review. Screw it. But anyways, I'll go ahead and show you these 2 cars that I'm getting closer and closer to finishing. The first one, as you can see the box here, is a 1969 Camaro Yenko SC 427 coupe by Revell. It's a skill level 2. You can see the back of it here. I'm sure you guys can't see it that good because the light's over here, and I'm filming with a GoPro, which sucks at focusing because it doesn't focus very well, because it's made for action sports, and I don't have a better camera other than my phone. And yeah, anyways, let me move this out of the way. Oh, it's falling apart. Basically, this Camaro is pretty much done. to a certain point. Obviously it's not together, but there's very few things I gotta do. The reason the body is not on it yet is the windows I had just put in like an hour ago, and I'm letting the Elmer's glue dry on the back window, and I had to use super glue for the front window, but luckily built into the window there is like visors that using regular super glue it won't spread and you won't see it on the windshield, so you can't even see anything. It's kind of dirty, but basically when I was building models years ago, I didn't know that using like super glue on like chrome, it will turn the chrome, instead of silver, it turns it more of like a white. And the same thing with windows, it just like ruins windows. And back then I used to use super glue on the windows and chrome pieces, and right before I started to just stop building models for whatever reason, I figured out by either a magazine or YouTube or the internet, basically somewhere, I found out that using Elmer's white glue is good for certain pieces that don't really need to be on there very strong, like windows and some chrome pieces, like the top of an engine valve cover. You can just put some Elmer's glue on it and let it dry, and you're not really touching it too much. It's not going to fall off. It doesn't need to be that strong. And I kind of got on a rant there. But anyways, I'm waiting for the windows to dry with those two types of glue. And I got the interior in this car. I have these red seats in here, and these seats came out of a different car. I didn't want to paint the seats that I had for this kit that came with the Yenko, because I used like green putty to try and get rid of the lines where you put the seats together, each seat, and I don't know, it just got messed up, and I didn't feel like sanding it all down and all that crap. And then you can't really see it at all. I know, I'm sure you guys can't see this, but I didn't do anything to the dashboard. It's basically just painted flat black. The steering column's on there, and then the steering wheel's on the steering column, and then the chrome shifters in there. That's it. I didn't even put the back seats in here, and I really don't mind it because I lost a lot of these parts when I quit building model cars. I just threw everything in a box. Some stuff got mixed up in other boxes, and now I can't find some of the parts. So like this battery, for example, I got the engine in, I got the radiator hose, and then this battery right here isn't the battery that's supposed to be there, that came with the kit. That is a battery that I found in a box full of parts, and I glued it on there because I can't find the battery. I don't know where it went. Also the hood latch, I can't find the hood latch that goes right here, and to me that's no big deal. It ain't no show car. I just want to get it finished because I never thought I was ever going to get this car finished when I quit working on it. So there's that. I got the firewall glued in here. The windows are drying. I got the taillights in there, and the chrome pieces to hold the taillights in and also make them reflect a little better. I don't know if you can see that. And then I gotta glue the headlights, the headlight bar or whatever you want to call it, in there, and basically just put it together. It's pretty much done though. I just gotta assemble a few pieces and she'll be a shelf queen basically, because it is a model. It ain't no RC car, that's for sure. The other thing I've been working on, let me move all these drive shafts. I have like a million drive shafts. Trying to figure out which drive shafts go at which car. This is the other thing I've been working on, and it's falling apart. Try to get this back together. Come on. Okay. This right here is a AMT kit. AMT, it is a 25th scale like the Camaro. 1972 Chevy Cheyenne pickup truck. This truck is pretty customized. Like if you look at the Camaro, other than like the seats and a couple of things here and there, the Camaro is pretty much stock. Like if you look at the body, looks just like the box. Just like my Challenger I showed in my last video, looks just like the box. Sometimes I do like to customize my cars, and this kit right here in particular, this truck, I did customize pretty heavily. It could have came out better, could have came out worse. So far, I don't mind it. But if you take a look at it, it's kind of hard to see, but on the box, the truck originally had a lot of body lines down here. Let me try to move this light. This truck had a lot of lines in here. It had a door handle, obviously. It had a emblem here. It had like a turn signal up here and a thing back here. You can kind of see it on the box. And I basically sanded all that off. I shaved the handles. I molded the back of the truck. And let me take the filter out of the face. Sorry about that. And then I molded the tailgate in. Put a Chevy emblem in the bed there, like the not the bed, in the tailgate itself. I put a Chevy emblem. So this is all molded. There's no taillights here, and you're probably wondering where the taillights are. And they're right here on the bumper that came with the truck. And for some reason, the Yenko that I just showed you guys came with two sets of the same exact taillights that are in the back of that Camaro. So I glued those onto this bumper of this truck, so it will look like this. Once it's on there, it will have Camaro taillights, so that will look pretty cool, I think. I'm gonna leave the tonneau cover on it because inside of here it looks pretty gnarly, and I did all this molding and stuff once it was all put together, obviously, so it's hard to get sandpaper in there and clean all that up and get rid of the lines in the bed of the almost said tailgate, in the bed of the truck. To get rid of those lines is just too much, so it ain't perfect. I'll just leave the tonneau cover on there, and whatever, I think it looks alright. And then here's the front, and if you pop the hood, it's got a Viper engine in it, and that Viper engine came out of the Dodge Ram VTS pickup truck. The Dodge Rams that have the Viper engines in them. I had that kit, and that thing got destroyed because I think I painted it like 8 times and it got messed up or something. I don't remember what happened to that truck, but the engine was still good. Took the engine out of that and threw it in here, and I think it looks good. Can't really see the interior. This is just an update video. Once I go to do an actual final tour, I guess you can call it, of this truck or that Camaro, I'll use my cell phone, which has autofocus, and it will look a lot clearer, and I'll have better lighting, because doing it with this GoPro, I know you can't see the details, and in some ways that's good, and in some ways it's bad. Like the interior came out pretty decent in this truck, but you can't see it. So like I say, in the next time you see this truck, hopefully it's not another update. Hopefully it will be me giving you the final look of the truck and all that. But anyways, I've been recording for way too long, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video and start recording my other video about my 2 new kits that I just got, that hopefully I will start building those once I finish these. Actually, one of them I won't be building, and you'll see why in the next video. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in my next video. So see you next time.